Hi guys, Veggie Gamer back, and I'm sure that you guys are exactly like me. You've been rewatching Just Look My Way over and over and over again over on VeggieKnight's channel. It is just quite frankly beautiful. I think it's... I did tell that there might be a music video of Paranoid DJ's song Just Look My Way coming. I didn't really believe it. Like I say, I went into it in my reaction. I didn't really see it coming, but... my goodness, I am delighted that they did it, because it is some of the finest, in my opinion, animation and art direction that we've seen in the entirety of Helluva. I'd also go into Has-Been Hotel there. I think it is just so good. And it's so nice to see someone like Paranoid DJ getting some recognition for his wonderful work in having his song technically covered by the official Stolas voice actor in what was an incredible music video, guys. I think it is absolutely so special. And this evening, upon watching it like many times, it is approaching 1 million views already in its first day, guys. And I got to admit, I am probably at least half of those views. I've really been hitting that restart button a lot since it got posted, but it really has been making me think about what exactly has been Helluva, I should say. Because this series, Season 2, has been so fascinating, guys. I do feel like near the start, there was a bit of a dip and everyone was like kind of down on the show. But since then, the last few episodes have been just banger after banger after banger. And then we get Just Look My Way. And the most crazy thing about all of it is that none of them involved my favourite character. I think... I don't know if he's most people's favourite character from it, but certainly since day one he's been my favourite character, Moxie. We hadn't seen Moxie for the longest time in Helluva, which is just so strange, but I ain't hating it, guys. I ain't hating it. I think that the last few episodes of Helluva have just been so good, and getting Just Look My Way is just like the cherry on top. It really is just such a special time for this show. I've gone into it in other videos. I really do feel like we're going through a kind of a golden period in indie animation, and the fact that a song from a couple of years ago that a fan of Helluva put out on YouTube not only gets its own version, a cover with the official voice actor, not only it gets a music video, but it's actually now canon. We see Stolas receive that stone from Ozymandias. I always feel like I'm saying that name wrong. Big Ozzy, that's the easier way of saying it. Which means that this is essentially a mini episode of Helluva, and so I just think it's such a beautiful thing that someone who's part of the community has now created something that is now canon inside the storyline. It is a beautiful thing to say, and quite frankly, Paranoid DJ deserves it more than most, guys. His work is just absolutely golden. If you haven't checked out his channel, you really need to, because he has songs by many different characters. As I've said before, Sid Pentius does get a song, which I was so delighted about because he's my favourite character from Has-Been Hotel. But it's so well deserved that Paranoid DJ in a little part has added to this universe. It's just so beautiful to see. But whilst rewatching it over and over and over again, I really have started to think about what exactly Helluva is and what each episode represents. Because quite frankly, guys, and this is not a knock on any individual episodes, guys, I do think I like this music video more than some of the episodes. Like I say, recently the episodes have just been absolutely kicking it out of the park. Is that a term? Knocking it out of the park, that's what I mean. But there have been some episodes from like season 1 and like early season 2 which I think they were good. A little, could have had a little bit more plot development and so on and so forth. I do feel like this music video is a side of Helluva which I think the majority of people particularly love, and that is the build up between Stolas and Blitz. I feel like when Helluva hits the major story points of the characters, it does such a good job, but it's always done in a very brief time. For example, Moxie's backstory with his father, Krim, which is just absolutely brutal. And another more recent one is the flashbacks with Fizarali and Blitz, which is arguably the most important scenes that we've seen in Helluva up to this point. They're always so briefly done, And I feel like the fact that Just Look My Way takes its time to just show what is going on inside someone's brain, but someone's heart, about another character in the show, it's just so beautifully done. I understand that time constraints with in the animations is obviously a major thing, guys. Obviously, every second you're paying for through the nose, so they really need to cut things down. But the best scenes, I feel like, for Helluva Boss are the ones where we see a side of the character, or we see like that plot development. Not so much plot development, but we see a side of the character that we didn't know was lingering there. I mean, another golden example is episode 7 of season 1, where Blitz gets home and is just looking for his phone, and then just absolutely breaks down at the picture of his mother and sister. It's what I think is the best of Helluva Boss. I love the dirty humor, guys. I love the animation. I love the crude, references and everything. I think it's absolutely, the innuendos just absolutely amazing. Innuendo. And I think the greatest thing about Helluva Boss is that it is incredibly crude humor. Blitz is a ridiculous character. He is absolutely insane. But then you have those little moments where suddenly you're drawn back from that and realizing that this is a person and going through their own struggles and everything. And those moments in Helluva Boss are always so brief, and I'm not criticizing that. I think it's for good reason, guys. It's teasing them. It's saying there is more to this person, and to find out more, keep watching. Which is, that's how these animations should be made. Just Look My Way is such a tangent from that. It's just a 4.5 minute video of someone's emotional side just being poured out, and the music video is genuinely, I mean, I love You Will Be Okay from episode 2 of season 1, guys. It's gonna be hard for that to beat anything. I think that Just Look My Way, the official video, may actually be my favorite bit of Helluva Boss now. That isn't a criticism to the rest of the show, guys. It isn't me saying that this is what they should do from now on, just have like really emotional... I feel like I'm putting this back badly. I'm not saying that they should just have, people being able to pour their hearts out and explain, on screen what they're going through, because that isn't what the show is about. The show is about people going through their own personal traumas and being terrified of exposing it. That's exactly what's going on with Blitz, with him being in the moon, which Stolas is so desperate for to turn around. But Blitz isn't willing to do that, and that isn't a diss on Stolas. Stolas thinks it is a diss on him, but Blitz just isn't willing to accept love into his life on that level. And I do feel like that is best teased here or there, as it is in these episodes. Like I say, at the end of episode 7, season 1, is a prime example of, what a character is going through, not being right in front of us until suddenly we see it, and it's more brutal than we could have imagined. So in the weirdest sense, Helluva Boss is a show which teases its character's backstories expertly, in my opinion. Just Look My Way, the official music video, is pretty much the opposite. It is Stolas gushing, and he is such an interesting character to do it with. You couldn't have Blitz have a music video where he's basically saying, "Oh, I wish I could say this to people, I wish I could open up," because he wouldn't. He would never do that. Stolas is a character that we know, wears his heart on his sleeve. That's an old term, but he really does wear his heart on his sleeve. He desperately wants people to understand what he's going through. Blitz is literally the opposite. He doesn't want people to even attempt to understand what he's going through. And so Stolas, I think, is the only character that could have a music video in this way. The great thing is that Hazbin Hotel has several characters that you could have this with. Helluva Boss, not so much. I think you probably could have Moxie. I'd love to see more Millie. That's always been my thing with Helluva Boss, is I want there to be an actual Millie episode. And I know there are episodes with Millie's parents in and like kind of focus on Millie. I still don't think that we've got an actual Millie episode. And so I really hope that does happen in season 3, if it doesn't happen in season 2. But Stolas having this little moment in Just Look My Way, I think is so telling to his character. The fact that he is the only one who would be, willing to, have this, moment in his mind, whereas Blitz is completely shut off. I think it's very, very special, and the crazy thing is that, this song was written over 2 years ago, and obviously a lot has happened in Helluva Boss since then in the storyline. But Paranoid DJ really did kind of predict the emotional turmoil that Stolas was going to be going through. And the fact that this has now been it's important to remember, guys, this isn't just like a music video for Paranoid DJ's song, which is still just a delight to see. It's absolutely a canon part of the storyline at a very specific point. The fact that Stolas has been given this gem now that he can now give to Blitz. But of course, if he gives that stone to Blitz, what does that happen to their arrangement, It's going to be fascinating to see, and the fact that it is a fan-made song now getting written into the main storyline, I cannot even begin to express how beautiful it is. It's such a huge moment for the community, and so, in my opinion, it does. I would put Just Look My Way over at least a couple of Helluva Boss episodes. And that's not a knock on them, guys. I've enjoyed every single one of the Helluva Boss episodes, but Just Look My Way is such a beautiful undressing. I gotta put it like that. I apologize. I'm not trying to be dirty here. Of a character exposing their emotions. It's beautiful, guys. It's so incredible that a bit of fan fiction, I guess you could say, is so spot on. It is now canon inside the storyline. It's so good. So that's why I do feel like Just Like My Way is some of the best Helluva Boss that we've ever had. And the fact now is it is now official Helluva Boss. That is a beautiful thing to say. Guys, if you have not checked out more Paranoid DJ stuff, I implore you, is that the right term? Okay, I order you to go and check out more of his stuff. Check out the Serpentia song, check out the Vox song. The Vox song will blow your socks off, quite frankly, but check out all their work. It's unbelievable stuff, and I'm just so proud of them getting to this point to where their work is now a part of their main storyline. Good for you, Paranoid, you absolutely deserve it. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. I'm VeggieGamer, and I'll see you next time.